Hi everyone, my name's Kit. Welcome back. Today is a part 2 of my series on habits. Last week, if you haven't checked out that video, was about why or the motivation of habits. And today is about the how. So how do you actually start a new habit and keep going? So the first video is really good just in terms of motivation, because when it gets hard, like maybe after the first week of trying a new habit, you really need to have the reason of why you're doing this habit. And today is just some helpful techniques about how to go about creating new habits. It is from a book called Atomic Habits. And so you'll find all the information there. What I'll do is some of the things I comment, I'll list down below which chapter they come from so that you can look it up and read more about it. In the book, there are at least 14 different things that he suggests to kind of help you to make habits stick and to continue making habits satisfying. Today I'm just going to show you how in 2 different ways, by going to the gym and also my Bible reading quiet time, how I've implemented some of those tips. So I thought that, just a concrete way of how it all works. I employ 6 of these tips from the book. So the first one is time and location. I think this is probably one of the key ones. Having a set time and a set location where you're going to do this particular activity. So I know for me it's 8 a.m. each morning and it's in my dining room, and that's where I'm doing my habits. So that's the first little thing. The second one is 2-minute rule. So the 2-minute rule is how can you make it, like doing that first 2-minute section means that you're going to continue with the habit. So for me, the first 2-minute thing is that I go and make myself a cup of tea. And once I know I go and turn that kettle on and start making my cup of tea, I know that I'm going to continue on with my habit. And the third one is making the environment actually makes it easy for you to do the habit. So I have my notebook, my pen, and my Bible already in the living room. So it's in that same location. It's easy for me to pick up and grab. And the dining table, the night before, I would, clear it out so it's empty. So it makes it easy for me to just, walk in the morning and do that habit. The thing I do is making the habit satisfying, which is one of the key things that James Clear tells us to do. And so drinking a cup of tea is also one way I'm making it satisfying, making sure the pen I use is nice and smooth. The notebook is, again, nice and smooth. All of these things just make it satisfying for me. I mentioned this in a previous video that in the beginning, I used to do my quiet time in a massage chair, again, making it a little bit more satisfying. So these are some of the things that I've been doing. The fifth thing is a habit stack. So with my quiet time and my tea drinking, I've actually stacked on a new habit. So that way, when you do one habit, it automatically links to another new habit, is taking my vitamins. I take my vitamins in the morning when I go to make my cup of tea. I see my vitamin bottle. That's like stacking on habits. And the 6th one is about repetition. So it's not about perfection, but about repetition. So making sure each day you come and you do this activity, and then slowly over time is about repetition. Second habit that I've started is going to the gym in the morning. I never thought I would be one of those people that would go to the gym before work, but here it is. So these are the things that I've been using from James Clear's tips that has helped me create this new habit. The first 6 is exactly the same as a quiet time, but just put in practice in a different way. So time and location, I still think this is really key, having that time slot and a location of where you're going to do it. So for me, the gym is 6 a.m. in the morning, and it's obviously location is at the gym. So the second thing is the 2-minute rule. So for me, the 2-minute rule is if I can get change into my gym clothes first thing in the morning, then that's a guarantee that I'll actually continue on with the habit. And the third thing is environment. So making sure the environment enables you to do your habit. So I have my gym clothes laid out and selected, and they're in the bathroom ready to go, so that when I get in there, I can just get changed straight away. So the 4th thing is satisfying, so making it enjoyable. So for me, it's just my gym clothes. They fit well, they're really comfortable, I like the colors, and yes, it makes the workout very enjoyable for me. And number 5 is repetition. So again, it's not about the amount of time you spent on this habit, but about a frequency. So just turning up particularly for me, it's like some days I'm really tired in the morning, but I still turn up and just do what I can and do my best. 4 things tip-wise are a little bit different because they're unique. I haven't talked about it yet. So the first one is make the bad habit impossible. So make this bad habit impossible. So for me, a bad habit would be to skip the gym, to not go, and to make that impossible. And how, this is not by design, but I guess one way to make this impossible is for me is that I pick up a friend. So she's expecting me to go and pick her up to go to the gym. So that makes my bad habit impossible because I can't skip the gym because I'm letting down a friend. And the next tip, which is kind of related, is having a support network or having a tribe of people who are going to do your habit with you. So I have a great group of friends at the gym, and so every morning I get to go there and hang out with them, and we get to learn new exercises, we get to try new things and challenge ourselves, and we have laughs and fun. So yeah, creating a tribe of other people to do it together, that would be great. Next one is just habit tracking, so you can keep an idea or a track of how you're going with your habits. So in the last month, how many times have you gone to the gym? I used to keep my tracking in my diary so that I would write down every day that I went to the gym, and it was nice to like look back and say, oh look, I was aiming for 4 times a week, but most weeks I went 3 times, and that's really encouraging. The next one is accountability. So knowing that a group of friends is waiting for me at the gym, that keeps me accountable. So in the book, James Clear suggests like one of the things that keeps him accountable is that he has to pay someone if he doesn't do it. So he would tell a friend or a family member and say, I'm going to do this habit. If I don't get it done, if I don't do it, then I'm going to pay you, $100 or something. So that keeps him accountable. So there's different ways to keep accountable. Let's cover 10 different helpful tips in terms of starting a new habit. Comment down below which one you're going to try out and use, or maybe you might use a combination, which is what I've done. And I think that would, even make your habits more likely to stick and more likely to continue. So let me know what habit you're going to start. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye! Everyone, my name's Kit. Today is part 2 of the video about habit tracking. Oh, not actually habit tracking, just creating a habit. What I'm about to say is from a book that I've read. What was that book called? I need to get the book. Show you in 2 different ways how I've started new habits. One is going to the gym before waking up in the morning. That doesn't make sense.